Morning, welcome to our digital lesson. So today's topic is the global village, which comes under the theme science and technology. So myself, this is Vinayadhar Raju, school assistant English, working at ZPHS Jangapalli, Karimnagar, Telangana. I am also working as a teacher trainer and module developer. I am also the textbook writer of your class 10 textbook. So this is about my introduction. Now let us move on to our today's lesson. So the learning outcomes of today's digital lesson is that after completing this unit you will be able to read and understand the text. Enrich the vocabulary by identifying the meanings of the words from the text contextually. So what do you mean by that, understanding the meaning of the words contextually? So generally when we read the text in English, so 80% of words are already familiar to us. So we struggle to get the meaning of those 20% words. So most of them will have an habit of referring the dictionary to find the meanings of those words. But my suggestion is that don't go for the dictionary immediately. So let us read the text number of times so that our mind will have a capability to guess the meaning in the context. So if you cannot do that, if your mind fails to guess the meaning in the context, then open your dictionary and refer the meaning. This is the best way of learning the vocabulary. So if you refer dictionary, you will get the meaning there itself, but you can't remember it for a longer time. So to avoid that, try to guess the meaning in the situation, in the context. So this is how we acquire the vocabulary. This is how we learn the language. Next, move on to the answer the questions given under the comprehension in the writing section. So in each unit, at the end of the lesson, you will find the questions for the reading comprehension. So how to answer these questions? So most of them will answer the questions and from copying somewhere else like that. But this is not a good practice. Read the entire text first. This is for a global understanding. You will get an overall idea of what is the lesson and how it is and what is the lesson is about, all these things. Then read the questions given at the end once or twice. After understanding or comprehending the question, then read the lesson again. So this will help you to look for the specific information. The second reading will help you to answer these questions. Then there is a grammar section in the each unit. So like that in our lesson also we have a grammar section. Under that we have how to frame a negative sentence and how to form yes or no type questions and how to frame the WH questions. We will discuss those things in the detail in the grammar section again. And there is also a poem called the Jimmy Chat and His TV Set. It's a very interesting poem. So you read it and it's easy to understand and easy to comprehend. Do that. Next, there is an essay under the creative writing. So that we will also discuss in this lesson. Okay, don't worry about that. And there is another one. It's a filling an admission application. So we have given a model also. So based on that, after checking and observing the model application, you can feel that it's an easy task. Don't worry too much about that. Next, enhancing the study skills by responding to the questions. So there is a table given in the textbook itself giving the different models of the mobile phones and their features. So after studying that table, you have to answer the questions given at the end of that lesson. So the last part of the unit is about the listening. So under the listening, we have given a text about the Charles Babbage. So read that. It's a very short passage and it's for the listening purpose. Next, move on to the do the following to comprehend the text. So these are the one important areas to be addressed to comprehend the given text. Read the story and guess the meanings of the unfamiliar words with the help of the words you already know. This already we discussed. No, this is the one aspect of comprehending any language text. Suppose you are reading a newspaper. So there also you will find the 10 to 20% words are not familiar to them. So but other 80 to 90% words will help you to understand those things. So use that technique. So we have that capability. Then if it is not possible, then only go and refer the dictionary and read the story again and understand it. I told you again, read the story or the lesson n number of times. My suggestion is to read every lesson 3 to 5 times. So that will help you to understand each and every part of the lesson. And read the instructions carefully before attempting the textual exercises. There are a number of textual exercises in each unit. So there are instructions also how to do that. There are fill in the blanks and there are pointing them like that. So read instructions and then answer all those questions. So read the statements given under the self-assessment and respond to them. So the self-assessment table will help you to how far you are successful to understand or completing all the tasks that are given in each unit. So do that and share your understanding with your friends, teacher and instructors for the of the center to get your doubts clarified if you have any. This is also the one aspect of learning. So whatever you have learned by reading, by answering, then that knowledge you have to share with your friends and with your teacher. So that strengthen your learning. You will remember those things forever. Do that. So next we are going to listen the reading aloud part. So here this is a software that I have used that will read the entire lesson for you. So just observe and watch it carefully and pay attention while listening this.
Passed through many ages, the Stone Age, the Copper Age, the Atomic Age, and the Space Age. Today, we are in the computer age. In every walk of life, we use computers. Computers have revolutionized telecommunication too. In your school, you may have a computer lab or room. But how many of you are computer literates or computer friendly? To become one, you need some basic information about computers. A computer is a fast electronic calculating machine. It accepts digitized input information. It processes this input according to a list of instructions. These instructions are internally stored in the machine. Finally, it produces the resulting output information. The list of instructions stored internally is called a computer program. The internal storage is known as computer memory. There are many types of computers. They differ in size, cost, computing power and use. The most common is the personal computer. It is mostly used in homes, schools and offices. It is also known as a desktop computer. It has processing and storage units, monitor, audio output unit and a keyboard. Notebook computer or laptop is the second type. It is a compact version of the personal computer. It resembles a thin briefcase. It is portable, too. Workstation computers are the third type. They are very large and powerful. They are also known as mainframes. They are used in big factories, companies, etc. The use of computers is very popular because of Internet. The word Internet is the short form of International Network of Computers. The computer can be connected to an Internet service provider. When one connects his computer to the net, he/she is said to be online. The uses of the Internet are innumerable. One can find anything anywhere the easy way. One can download some latest software. Some software can be downloaded free of cost. One can also create one's own website, a site in which one can store information for others to browse. Another astonishing use of the Internet is the sending of email messages. The message is sent at once to any place in the world. One needs only to type the email address. A typical email address is like rakesave@hotmail.com. Then the message is typed on the screen and the send button is clicked. We can also know whether the message has been sent or not. Thus email has brought a radical change in telecommunication. The other novelty in communication is chatting through internet. One can type something in, and within seconds someone at the other end of the world types back his reply. Through a voice chat, one can talk to a person at the other end. Also, the person can be seen on the monitor if a web camera is fitted to the computer. The internet is also an alternative to the telephone network and is called internet telephony. It can cut the cost of a long-distance call to that of a local one. Imagine the pleasure of talking to your relative in the US at the cost of a local call. The use of the computer has certainly changed our lifestyle. Distance is not a problem at all. The whole world has shrunk into a global sports, news, finance, etc. One can interact with people with similar interests. One can download, pass through many ages, the Stone Age.
So just now you have heard the entire lesson. It's for the listening purpose. So then open your textbook and read the lesson again and read the questions given at the end of your textbook. So these are the some questions that I have taken from your textbook only. How are the computers useful to us? Mention the 3 disadvantages of computers. Young generations are spending a lot of time on the internet. Suggest some remedies to overcome that problem. Imagine the world without computers and mobile phones. Write the 3 instances where we cannot live without them. So write the 5 instances where you have used the computers and internet so far. So out of these 5 questions you will get some answers in the textbook, in the lesson itself, but the some answers you need to write on your own. Do you get my point? So I am not going to give you the answers to these questions, but I will help you how to answer these questions. Look at the first questions. How are the computers useful to us? So this information you will find in the lesson itself. So read the lesson thoroughly and then answer the question in your own words. So most of the students, what they will do, they will copy paste some part of the paragraph under this answer. So this is not right practice. So if the question is how are the computers useful to us, then you have to begin the answer with your own sentences. So for example, the computers are useful to us in the following ways: 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to make a list of useful things from the computers. Next, mention the 3 disadvantages of the computer. So you have to begin the answer. The 3 disadvantages of the computers are, then you have to list what are those disadvantages. Refer the text, read the text lesson and answer those things. So young generations are spending a lot of time on the internet. Suggest some remedies to overcome that problem. So for this answer you don't find in the lesson, even in the paragraph. So what you have to do, you have to think about this. So you are observing there are so many people, they are spending much time on the internet. So how to control that, how to avoid that? You have to think about the solutions and you have to write this answer in your own. And there is an open-ended. So that means, so whatever suggestions that you have given is different from the suggestions that I am going to give here. So don't worry about that. The nature of this question itself is an open-ended. You can answer the question whatever you think. So no issues at all. Next, imagine the world without computers and mobile phones. Write the 3 instances where we cannot live without them. So this is also an imaginative question. So you have to imagine a place or a thing or something. We cannot live without computers and without mobile phone. So think about that. Next, write the 5 instances where you have used the computers and the internet so far. So in day-to-day life, we are using the computers and the mobile phone everywhere. Just make a list of those 5 instances where we use all these things. Next, move on to the vocabulary part. So it's a very simple thing. This is the screenshot taken from your textbook itself. So here is the some sentences taken from the textbook itself. Read the following and find out the antonyms of the underlined word from the text and write them in your answer book. So this is the question that asked in the examination also, like this only. The words are embedded in the sentence. So based on that, you have to guess the meaning and write the opposite of that. So here the computer accepts the digital input information. So input is underlined. So you have to write the opposite of that. So guess the meaning of the input. Here computer accepts the digital input means it receives information. So then it gives the information. So input opposite is the output, like that. So the many literates in my village. So those who cannot read are called the illiterates. So then what is the opposite of illiterate? Is the literate. Nowadays my computer has become very slow. So it's a very simple word. Day-to-day life we use it a lot of times. So my computer now become a fast. So now here the next one, the full form of internet is an international network of computers. Here only we have to underline the full, not the form. So the full is the complete, entire. So the opposite of that is the off. He came suddenly to disconnected my computer. It's a connected. Opposite is the connected. My interests are quite numerable. So opposite is innumerable. So this is the way you can write, and it's an external way. Rajesh had hardly changed. Opposite is the internal. Next, move on to the grammar section. So this is also the screenshot taken from your textbook itself. So there are some sentences we have taken from the textbook itself. So it accepts the digitized input information. So this is the statement. So from this statement we have to identify the verb form. Here it is accepts. So accepts means the S indicates that it is in the present simple tense. If it is in the present simple tense, when we change this one into a negative sentence, it takes the does. So here it doesn't accept the digitized input information. So for changing this negative statement into a question, I have to bring this does out of the sentences. Look at here. Does came in front of the it and the not is removed. So does it accept the digitized information? This is called an yes or no type question. Answer may be yes or no. Then just add a WH word before this so that it will become a WH question. So this is, does it accept the digitized information? Is this as it is there. Just we have added the why here. So why does it accept the digitized information? Instead of why, you can put the when also. When does it accept the digitized information? How does it accept the digitized information? So like that. So select these sentences and complete this table also. So look at here, it produces the resulting output information, same as it is. So if you change it into a negative, it doesn't produce the resulting output information. Next, does it produce the resulting output information? Why does it produce the resulting output information? So this is how we can change one statement into a negative statement into an yes or no type question, and yes or no type question into an WH question. It is a compact version of the personal computer. So this is something different. It is not a compact version of the personal computer. It's a negative. Then you bring this is out of the sentence. Is it a compact version of the personal computers? What is it? Why is it a compact version of personal computers? So like that you can add a WH word to that. Next, they are very large and powerful. So again, negative means they are not very large and powerful. Yes or no type questions, you just bring this are out of the sentence. Are they very large and powerful? Why are they very large and powerful? It's a WH questions. Again the same, it resembles a thin briefcase. So like the first sentences. It doesn't resemble a thin briefcase. Does it resemble a thin briefcase? Why does it resemble a thin briefcase? So this is how you can convert the sentence into a negative sentence, yes or no type questions, and also the WH questions. So like that, so there is a follow-up activity. So read the text again and find out the similar sentences and write the other forms of the sentences in your notebook. This is for a kind of homework for you and do it. So practice always important. If you listen all these things, you will remember it for about 5 to 10 minutes. But if you practice it, your mind will be internalized to those structures. You will start using it in your day-to-day life. So this is how we learn the language. Next. So now move on to the creative expressions. So here in the lesson Global Village, so you have to write an essay. So generally essay will have three parts. So one is about introduction. It's about background information, what it is, why it is like that. Then there is a body, usually one paragraph for each main ideas, and then it ends with a conclusion. So now your exercise here is write an essay on my mobile. So you can make use of these features, accessories and uses like that. So now let us move on to a sample essay. Here it is essay on mobile phone. So this is an introductory paragraph. So mobile phone is often also called as a cellular phone. It is a device mainly used for the voice call. Presently technological advancements have made our life easy. Today with the help of a mobile phone we can easily talk, video chat with anyone across the globe by just moving our fingers. Today mobile phones are available in various shapes and size, having different technical specifications, and are used for the number of purposes like voice calling, video chatting, text messaging, SMS, multimedia messaging, internet browsing, email, video games and photography. Hence it is called a smartphone. Like every voice, the mobile phone also has its pros and cons, which we shall discuss now. So this is about the introduction about the mobile phone. Next we will move on to the second part of our essay, that's advantages of mobile phone. So we already know that there are advantages and disadvantages of the mobile phone. Now this slide will talk about the advantages of the mobile phone. So first advantage is that keeps us connected. So now we can become connected to our friends, relatives at any time we want through many apps. So now we can talk, video chat with whoever we want by just operating your mobile phone or a smartphone. Apart from this, mobile also keeps us updated about the whole world. The second advantage is the day-to-day communicating. Today mobile phones has made our life so easy for daily life activities. Today one can assess the live traffic situation on mobile phone and take appropriate decision to reach on time. Along with it, the weather updates, booking a cab and many more. So this is the next, entertainment for all. With the improvement of mobile technology, the whole entertainment world is now under one roof. Whenever we get bored with the routine work or during the breaks, we can listen to music, watch movies, our favorite shows, or just watch a video of one favorite song. So next, this slide will discuss disadvantages of mobile phones. So wasting of time. Nowadays people have become addicted to mobiles. Even when we don't need to mobile, we surf the net, play games, making a real addict. As mobile phones become smarter, people become a dumber, so making us non-communicable. Wide usage of mobile phones has resulted in the less meet and talk more. Now people don't meet physically, rather than chat, comment on social media. Loss of privacy. It is a major concern now of losing one's privacy because of much mobile usage. Today anyone could easily access the information like where you live, your friends, family, what is your occupation, where is your house, etc. by just easily browsing through your social media account. So the last part is the conclusion. So money wastage, as the usefulness of the mobile has increased, so their costing. Today people are spending lot of money on buying smartphones, which could rather be spent on more useful things like education or other useful things in our life. So then the last part of the essay is the conclusion. A mobile phone could both be a positive and negative depending on how a user uses it, as mobiles have become a part of our life. So we should use it in a proper way, carefully, for our better hassle-free life, rather using it improperly and making it a virus in life. So this is the three parts. The first part is about introduction, and the second part is about advantages and disadvantages of the mobile phones, and the last part of the essay is the conclusions. This is how you can divide your ideas into different paragraphs and put them in a order. So this we call it as an essay, so that you will get a good marks in the examination. Thank you, and this is our today's lesson. Good luck for your coming examination.